From the L28 studio here in Lancaster, California, I'm Tiffany Glover.
And I'm Jacobo Garrido.
On this episode of L28 News, Jose Hernandez visits Antelope Valley College to share his inspiring story from first-generation farmer to NASA astronaut. Lancaster Boulevard celebrates the grand opening of the new Teen Tech Center. The SALVA organization hosts their annual Hispanic Heritage Festival, and the Painted Turtle celebrates its second Harvest Moon Gathering, which saw performances from legendary musicians including Neil Young, Stephen Stills, and John Mayer.
Afterwards, Lancaster celebrates its inaugural Faith in Blue Peace March, which brought the community together for a morning of free resources, fellowship, and fun. L28 heads to Bravery Brewing Company for their annual Beer and Wine Harvest Festival. Award-winning artist Wiz Khalifa headlines the 2024 AV Fair, and we end with a recap of the intense varsity football matchup between the Quartz Royals and the Palmdale Falcons.
At Antelope Valley College's Equity Speaker Series, Jose Hernandez, the renowned NASA astronaut, delivered an inspiring keynote address to a sold-out crowd of local students, families, and dreamers, drawing from his childhood spent working in the fields of California. Hernandez shared his incredible journey from a nomadic farming lifestyle to becoming an astronaut. He emphasized the power of perseverance, recalling how it took him 12 attempts to be accepted into NASA's astronaut program. His message of resilience and hard work resonated deeply with the audience, encouraging everyone to pursue their dreams no matter the challenges. Now, let's journey to the AVC Performing Arts Center, where our correspondent, Jacobo Garrido, has the full story of how Jose Hernandez rose from the fields of California to the stars of the International Space Station.
From Stockton, California to the International Space Station, this is Jacobo Garrido reporting for L28 News, and right now I'm at Antelope Valley City College standing in front of the Performing Arts Center, where we're about to go inside and hear from Jose Hernandez, the first migrant Latino astronaut. Jose Hernandez, the first migrant farmer to go to space and the subject of 2023's recent biopic, A Million Miles Away, delivered an inspiring keynote speech at Antelope Valley College for its Equity Speaker Series. Held at the sold-out AVC Performing Arts Theater, Hernandez captivated the audience with his journey from the fields of Central California to the stars. Growing up in a migrant family, Hernandez spent his childhood working in the fields, living a nomadic lifestyle, moving every 3 months to follow different harvest seasons across California, and spending summers in Mexico before returning to start the cycle again, but his determination to succeed never wavered. Inspired by the Apollo 11 launch, he set a goal to become an astronaut and worked relentlessly to achieve it. During his speech, Hernandez emphasized that success is possible for anyone who dedicates themselves fully to their goals, reminding attendees that it's never too late to change one's path or career. His words of perseverance and resilience left the crowd in awe, with many feeling motivated to pursue their dreams. He encouraged the audience to embrace change, be fearless in the face of adversity, and to stay focused on their ambitions. The astronaut also highlighted the importance of hard work, recalling how it took him 12 attempts to be accepted into NASA's astronaut program. His story of rejection and persistence struck a chord with the audience, showing that failure is just a step on the way to success. After his presentation inside the Performing Arts Center, Jose Hernandez stuck around for a meet and greet session with students and fans. He signed autographs, took pictures, and shared countless words of encouragement with young dreamers. During the meet and greet, I had the chance to speak with Jose myself and asked him how it feels to have the next generation look up to him and what his keys to success are. His humility and passion for inspiring others were evident in every word.
I believe in the effect of empowerment, and what I like to do is I like to tell my story of my humble beginnings as a migrant farm worker, and demonstrate to them that the great equalizer is education and hard work, and that anybody can do it if they're willing to educate themselves and work hard. And so what they need to do is follow my father's recipe, which is very simple. 5-ingredient recipe is first, determine your purpose in life. Second, recognize how far you are from that goal. Third, draw yourself a roadmap so you know how to get there. Fourth, prepare yourself according to the challenge you picked. Fifth, develop a work ethic second to none. And I add the sixth one, which is perseverance. It's never give up. Human tendency is for us to give up after one or two, three failures. I talk about me being rejected 11 times. And then I also talk about that 3-element strategy, right? It's meet the minimum requirements of what your goal is, compare yourself with successful people, and make sure you acquire the same training, traits, work habits. And then third, differentiate yourself from the competition so that when the time comes, you're the obvious choice. I love this area, Lancaster. I landed, about 20 miles away from here. When I landed from my mission STS 128, the weather was bad in Florida, so we landed here at Edwards Air Force Base. So we're very proud and happy to be associated with this area.
Hernandez's message left a lasting impact on attendees, inspiring everyone in the room to reach for the stars, no matter their background. He emphasized that determination and hard work are the true success drivers, regardless of the obstacles one may face. His story resonated deeply, reminding the audience that perseverance can turn even the most impossible dreams into reality.
Hello, this is Astronaut Jose M. Hernandez, and you're watching L28 News.
You know what, Tiffany? That was really one of my favorite stories that we actually got to cover in recent memory. Jose Hernandez is just a truly down-to-earth kind of celebrity in a way. From all his accomplishments, he was a really cool guy.
You did a wonderful job really captivating the energy and the feeling and encouragement that Jose Hernandez gave at that event. I know that you said there's a movie though, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a movie actually streaming right now on Amazon Prime. It's called A Million Miles Away. It's a truly inspiring story about his life, how he became an astronaut from a migrant farm worker. So if you haven't already, you got to give it a watch. The grand opening of the Best Buy Teen Tech Center at the Antelope Valley Boys and Girls Club in Lancaster marked a significant milestone for the community. This innovative space, built through a partnership between Best Buy and the local Boys and Girls Club, is designed to give teens access to the latest technology and opportunities to develop skills in music production, coding, graphic design, video editing, and more. With resources like high-speed internet, funded through Frontier's Broadband for Good initiative, the center promises to open doors for young people in the underserved areas of Antelope Valley. TJ Stout, Best Buy's Marketing Experience Director, who was on hand for the opening, emphasized the company's commitment to empowering youth through technology. He highlighted how much effort and planning went into the building of the center and bringing partners like Best Buy on board. Let's hear what he had to say.
Well, community involvement for Best Buy is a major deal. I mean, it's a big part of what we stand for and what we want to do, right? So if all we do is sell you stuff, we're not a part of your community. We're not doing you any favors. But if we sell you stuff that makes your life better and we can show you how to use those things to make your life better and maybe give you a future that you didn't realize you had, I mean, that's special. So many other community partnerships that make this happen. And it sounds cliche, but quite literally it's impossible to bring this to fruition if everybody's not in.
Angelica Ramirez, the coordinator of the Teen Tech Center, shared her excitement about the impact the space will have on the local youth. She went on to detail the comprehensive resources the center provides, including music studios, virtual reality setups, and coding stations, all designed to inspire creativity and foster future career readiness. Let's check out the full interview.
At the Tech Center, we have all technology possible. It goes from computers, we have a 3D printer, music studio, we have VR headsets, coding robots, all kinds of technology, anything that you can imagine, we have that here available for the teens. And again, it's completely free.
The significance of this project was further underscored by Lauren Hughes Leslie, a Lancaster City Council member who attended the opening. Leslie noted that the center aligns with the city's broader goals of enhancing educational and professional opportunities for youth in the area. Let's roll the tape.
The fact that we have a center like this here in downtown Lancaster Boulevard is just incredible. The fact that this center is changing lives and inspiring people to be creative is just incredible. Big shout out to Best Buy and our other partners who've really come and delivered for our teens here in Lancaster.
Among the attendees were also two local teens who spoke out about their excitement and personal plans for utilizing the center's technology. The two share how thrilled they are to finally have access to software and hardware that will help them develop their professional portfolios. Let's head back to the Teen Tech Center for more.
It's great for teens that are kind of don't have really anything to do since mall culture is kind of dying out now. So it's good to have a place where you can record videos, hang out with your friends, stuff like that.
I'm a content creator. I plan to keep making videos so I can hopefully make money off of them.
Same as him, I'm a content creator. I record YouTube videos. With my YouTube channel, I hope to inspire and sponsor underrated game developers to make more games and keep going. I'm excited for more opportunities to learn and grow and use these computers, learn about them.
I'm excited to finally get my hands on some fancy tech.
As the community celebrates the launch of this new Teen Tech Center, it is clear that the space is more than just a room filled with computers. It represents a shift towards greater opportunity and equity. In a world where digital skills are becoming increasingly essential, the Best Buy Teen Tech Center stands as a beacon of hope and possibility for young people in the Antelope Valley. By providing access to the tools of the future, the center ensures that local teens are not left behind, but instead equipped to lead the way forward. Don't go anywhere. When we return from the break, we'll be covering the recent festivals in the city as the SALVA organization hosts their annual SALVA Hispanic Heritage Festival on Lancaster Boulevard, followed by the Harvest Moon Gathering at the Painted Turtle in Lake Hughes, which combine philanthropy and a star-studded lineup to benefit children with serious medical conditions.
Welcome back to L28 News. Next, we focus on this year's Hispanic Heritage Festival by the SALVA organization, complete with traditional dance performances, free resources, and more. Afterwards, we take viewers to the Harvest Moon Gathering, which saw performances from award-winning artists, including John Mayer, Neil Young, and Stephen Stills, for the benefit of the nonprofit children's camp, The Painted Turtle. The SALVA Hispanic Heritage Festival brought the community together in a grand celebration as hundreds of attendees gathered to honor Hispanic culture and traditions. The event featured two stages, one dedicated to live music and the main stage, which showcased guest speakers, live performances, and cultural displays, including folklorico dancing and a lively banda performance. The festival kicked off with opening remarks from SALVA's leadership, City of Lancaster officials, government representatives, and event sponsors. Each expressed their enthusiasm for the event, highlighting its significance to the community. In recognition of their efforts, the SALVA organization was honored with certificates celebrating their ongoing commitment to community support and outreach. Let's take a moment to hear from SALVA's president, Felix Menendez, who spoke with L28 News about the celebration and how it feels to bring it to the boulevard. Menendez touches on how it feels to see so much support from the community, how viewers can learn more about the SALVA organization, along with a few special shout-outs. Let's head to the boulevard for more.
Me siento emocionado de traer un recurso tan importante para la comunidad, celebrar lo que es el inicio de un mes de hispanidad, el inicio de las fiestas patrias de 5 países de Centroamérica y México, y lo mejor que todo es resaltar el aporte que hacemos los hispanos en esta ciudad tan bonita que es Lancaster. Tenemos una página web que es salva.org, donde hay una aplicación para ser voluntario. Hay una membresía que nos puede ayudar a seguir adelante con los proyectos, una membresía de $25 anual. Al mismo tiempo puede involucrarse como voluntario a los diferentes programas que tenemos para mejorar la comunidad. Quiero agradecerle a la ciudad de Lancaster por patrocinar y prestar el espacio para que este evento se llevara a cabo. Y así de que quiero agradecerle al alcalde de la ciudad de Lancaster, a los concejales de Lancaster, al city manager por trabajar con nosotros y cerrar esta calle y apoyarnos con la publicidad.
Assemblymember Juan Carrillo took the time to speak to L28 as well. The Assemblyman shares his thoughts on the event and the huge show of support, along with some of the things he's most excited to see. From Lancaster Boulevard, here's Juan Carrillo.
I mean, it's really an honor to be here, looking at all these vendors, looking at the stage behind me, with a lot of representation, a lot of our community, and all of you guys being able to cover the event is great. Well, you know, when it gets dark, the bands are going to start playing music, people start celebrating, really dancing, part of our culture with different countries. Colombia, las cumbias de Colombia, you know, the mariachi. I know they don't have mariachi here tonight, but so many different music groups that are going to be playing for our community. I think that when the sun goes down, when the community is going to really celebrate.
Following the opening ceremony, the festivities began in full swing. Attendees eagerly filled the rows of chairs in front of the main stage, ready to enjoy a series of captivating performances. From traditional folklorico dancing to the energetic beats of the banda group, the audience was treated to a dynamic and colorful showcase of Hispanic culture. The boulevard was abuzz with excitement beyond the stages. Food trucks lined the streets, offering a variety of delicious options to satisfy every craving. On the opposite side, over a dozen vendor tents set up shop, representing a mix of locally owned businesses and organizations eager to engage with the community, providing valuable resources and information. With activities for guests of all ages, the annual SALVA Hispanic Heritage Festival was a celebration for everyone. From delectable food options to live music and performances, the event provided a vibrant and immersive experience that educated and entertained, fostering an appreciation for the rich and diverse customs of Hispanic culture. Be sure to visit SALVA Organization's website by scanning the QR code shown on the screen to stay up to date with next year's celebration.
You know what, Tiffany? This event was a true display of Hispanic culture, and you could really tell that there was a lot of hard work and effort put into it.
Yeah, Jacobo, the show of support from the community was amazing. It was one of the most packed events on the boulevard. So to see so many individuals support the Latin culture and fellow Latinos like ourselves show up and show out is just so exciting to see.
It really is. The Harvest Moon Gathering, held on October 5th at the Painted Turtle Camp in Lake Hughes, was a magical event that brought together music, philanthropy, and community. The second annual benefit concert, which supports both the Painted Turtle Camp and Bridge School, featured an impressive lineup of artists including Neil Young, Stephen Stills, John Mayer, and Lily Mayola. The day-long event kicked off with an upbeat performance by the marimba ensemble Masanga, which set a lively tone with their blend of African and Latin rhythms. Their set included crowd favorites like The Lion Sleeps Tonight and La Bamba, creating a celebratory atmosphere. Lily Mayola followed with a soulful performance, captivating the audience with both original songs and covers of classics like Dolly Parton's Jolene. John Mayer's highly anticipated acoustic set added to the magic of the afternoon, as he treated fans to his signature hits like Who Says and Slow Dancing in a Burning Room. The highlight of the evening came when Neil Young and Stephen Stills reunited on stage for the festival's only electric set, delivering a heartfelt and raw rendition of classics like Long May You Run. This reunion was especially significant given the legendary history of these two rock and roll Hall of Famers, both of whom have long been associated with charity work through events like these. During the event, L28 News had the opportunity to speak with Paige Adler, co-founder of the Painted Turtle, and Dr. Vicky Casella, CEO of the Bridge School. Both leaders shared insights into their organization's vital work, which provides life-changing opportunities for children with serious medical conditions and disabilities. In their interviews, Paige and Vicky discussed the importance of the Harvest Moon Gathering, emphasizing how events like these not only raise essential funds, but also bring awareness to the needs of children and their families. They also highlighted the profound impact of both the Painted Turtle and the Bridge School, underscoring the joy and support these institutions provide to those they serve.
It's benefiting the Painted Turtle, which is a camp for children with chronic and life-threatening illnesses. You know, we take kids who couldn't go to camps without the medical support. We aim to show them that what they're going through is a part of them, but it doesn't have to define them. So everything's adaptable and accessible. And we have no billing department, so it's totally free of charge. So events like today help us pull that off. And then the Bridge School is a school that helps children with birth defects and differences, and it's a supportive program for them. The city of Lancaster has been extraordinary. I mean, they're our neighbors. You got to rely on your neighbors and be a good neighbor, and the city of Lancaster is a good neighbor, so we feel really lucky. And we couldn't do it without sponsors. It's just not possible.
We serve children with severe physical and speech impairments. So none of our kids can walk without assistance, and none of them can use their natural voice as a communication. So our job is to give them their voice, not just a voice, but their voice. This is a perfect example of how we should all work together to achieve our purposes. And so with the Painted Turtle and the Bridge School, it's the way we should be, working toward a common goal.
L28 News also had the chance to speak with two dedicated volunteers. In their interview, they shared personal stories about what inspired them to get involved with the organization and reflected on the powerful impact the Painted Turtle has had on children facing serious medical conditions. They spoke about how their work alongside the camp's mission offers children a space to experience joy, connection, and a sense of normalcy that is often hard to come by in their everyday lives. Let's hear what they had to say.
This place is amazing. It's a wonderful cause, and the impact we have on kids is indescribable. And I love this place, and I'm going to keep supporting it for the rest of my life. Just to watch them grow through the process of camp is incredible. They're kind of shy in the beginning. Some of them were excited about it, some of them were a little nervous, and it was really cool to see them kind of conquer their fears as they went through the camp process.
I mean, this place is meant to serve those who, deal with all sorts of things, maybe beyond what normal challenges that a kid grows up with. And so this place gives them an opportunity to just be a kid, kind of learn about themselves, also be exposed to people that are like them.
Despite the heat of the day, which reached the mid-90s, attendees were well taken care of with misting fans, food trucks, and family-friendly activities like face painting. The event not only succeeded in raising vital funds, but also in fostering a strong sense of community and joy among all who attended. Overall, the 2024 Harvest Moon Gathering was a resounding success, merging the power of music with a profound dedication to the local community. It was a day to remember filled with live music, family-friendly activities, and heartfelt efforts to support children in need. For more information about the Painted Turtle, visit their website by scanning the QR code shown on screen.
Wow, Jacobo, that looked like a very engaging, dynamic, and fun music festival, all for a great cause.
Yeah, it was for a great cause, and not only that, kind of like what you said, I mean, John Mayer was there, Neil Young. So for all you music fans who didn't maybe have a chance to make it out to this year's event, there's always chance for next year. When we return from the break, L28 will be covering Lancaster's first ever Faith in Blue Peace March, which brought the community out for a day full of free resources, connecting with local law enforcement and faith leaders. Afterwards, we stopped by Bravery Brewing's annual Beer and Wine Harvest Festival that had nearly a dozen vendors in attendance.
Thank you for tuning into L28. The team will be taking a visit to Living Faith Cathedral and Jane Reynolds Park as the city of Lancaster celebrates its first annual Faith and Blue Peace March, followed by a stop by Bravery Brewing Company as the locally owned establishment celebrates another successful year of their Beer and Wine Harvest Festival. The city of Lancaster proudly hosted its inaugural Faith and Blue Peace March, aligning with the national event that has been celebrated for 5 years. This local initiative aimed to foster unity and strengthen ties between law enforcement, faith leaders, and the community. The day began with shuttles transporting participants from Jane Reynolds Park to Living Faith Cathedral, where they were warmly welcomed by officers, faith leaders, and refreshments. Attendees then gathered inside the cathedral, eagerly awaiting the start of the event. Community leaders opened with empowering messages emphasizing the importance of collaboration and understanding. Following their words, the Living Faith Cathedral Choir delivered 2 moving performances, setting a hopeful and inspirational tone for the day. Faith leaders and law enforcement representatives shared heartfelt testimonies, addressing critical issues like gang violence, substance abuse, and crime rates. They highlighted stories of resilience and the role of faith and community support in overcoming these challenges. After the indoor program, participants moved outside to begin the march. With intersections and cross streets secured by the Sheriff's Department, hundreds of residents marched alongside law enforcement and faith leaders, making their way back to Jane Reynolds Park. The march concluded at a resource fair featuring a variety of vendor booths, offering brochures and pamphlets detailing essential community resources. The lively atmosphere was further enhanced by live performances, food trucks, and activity areas for families. Let's take a moment to hear from Chief of Police Rod Armelin, who shares his thoughts about the inaugural Faith and Blue Peace March from his perspective, along with why he felt it was important to bring together the community, law enforcement, and faith houses. Let's head to Jane Reynolds Park for more.
I've always said that there is no more influential organization within a community than its houses of faith. So to be able to bring the first one here, partner with our Sheriff's Department to bring the first one here, I'm ecstatic. I'm ecstatic. If we're going to solve this thing, if we're going to make this city, as safe as we possibly can, it's not just going to happen with law enforcement. And honestly, it's not just going to happen with law enforcement and community. They are crucial, key pieces to it. But the faith houses are also a huge piece to it. So we need to connect with those leaders. We need to get everybody behind this and get as many people working towards the safety of our community as is humanly possible.
Afterwards, Executive Director and co-founder of the Helper Foundation, Stan Ansar, speaks with L28. He provides viewers with an overview of the foundation and the outreach they do in the community. Ansar also shares how it feels to bring the Helper Foundation out during the inaugural Faith and Blue Peace March, and goes on to talk about his story and how finding his faith changed his life. Let's take a look.
So we pride ourselves on community violence intervention and prevention, and we look at how we can assess the current violence that's happening in any given community at any given time, and then come up with strategies to help reduce the violence. Most of my young adult life and my teenage life, I had zero direction. I found myself involved in that. And ultimately, I found myself in a penitentiary 29 years ago, and I didn't know if they was gonna ever let me out. But I did tell myself during that time that I was there, Lompoc Federal Penitentiary, I told myself that if they do, I'm never gonna hurt my mother again the way I hurted her growing up. And as a result of me keeping my word to her and to myself and to God, the organization came to birth.
One of the members of the choir from Living Faith Cathedral, Darian Doris, also spoke with L28. Doris shared how it felt to be able to perform for the community during the morning service and why it's important for events like these to be held. Let's head back to Jane Reynolds Park for more.
It was amazing. It was awesome. One thing I love about things like this is unity. What it did was it brought a lot of different traditions and cultures together. You've seen people who may worship in different type of ways and different styles, but coming together and being able to be that person that brings forth that, atmosphere, serving God, worshiping God, and just having a good time. It's important that the police know the community, and it's important that the community know the police, and just that there is a mesh there, like a cohesiveness for sure. Birds of a feather flock together, so we stay together, we soar together.
Lancaster's inaugural Faith and Blue Peace March served as a powerful reminder of the positive impact that comes when different groups unite to foster peace and create meaningful changes within the community. If you'd like to stay up to date with all things going on in and around the city of Lancaster, be sure to scan the QR code shown on the screen.
You know what, Tiffany, it was really nice to see how big this inaugural event actually was, and the community actually showed up and was there together to, for a good cause.
Yeah, it was such a beautiful event. I'm so upset that I missed it because it was two worlds that I really care about coming together. My family are first responders, my husband's families are leaders in the church, so it's beautiful to see two communities that really care about our society coming together and letting everyone know we're here to support you.
Bravery Brewing Company hosted its annual Beer and Wine Harvest Festival, transforming its front and back patios into a bustling marketplace that showcased the heart of the community. The event featured a mix of vendors offering everything from pottery and jewelry to homemade sauces, customized purses, and intricate 3D printed figurines. Attendees wandered through the vibrant scene, captivated by the diverse array of items available for purchase. The festival also celebrated the rich culture of local and distant wineries and breweries, bringing together passionate artisans who shared their stories and craft with guests. As they mingled and savored the variety of pours, festival goers could connect with these makers, gaining insight into the drive and dedication that go into running a winery or brewery. The sense of community was palpable, with glasses raised and attendees making careful selections of handmade treasures to take home. L28 had the opportunity to speak with one of the owners of Stilson Cellars, Deb Stilson. Deb shares her perspective on why events like the festival are important for the community, along with how viewers can get into touch with Stilson Cellars. Let's take a look.
It's amazing. I grew up here in Quartz Hill, and then since then have moved to Paso and started a winery. So when I found out you guys were having this event, we thought, why not come back and see some of our friends and family from down here. I think it's a great exposure, not only for us, but for also the wineries that are here in the Antelope Valley. Wineries are, up and coming. People love wine along with beer, and this venue couldn't be a better place. We're on Instagram and Facebook, both at Stilson Cellars, the same spelling, and then our website is www.stilsoncellars.com.
Danny McAlpine, assistant brewer of Pocock Brewing, talks about his experience during his first time at the Beer and Wine Harvest Festival. He also shares more information about Pocock Brewing for viewers looking to commute, along with the impact that the annual tradition has on businesses and the community. Let's head to Bravery Brewing for more.
There have been a decent amount of people kind of ebbing and flowing all the way through. People inside kind of avoiding the heat, and then they're coming out in waves and checking out all the vendors out here. Decent amount of wine, cider, different artists. It's pretty solid. Definitely enjoy it. It not only brings small businesses into the community, but it introduces the businesses to the community, because that's just as important as bringing customers to the business. It allows them to see what's around, what they can connect with. Different people vibe with different things, and so you can see artists out here, wine, brewery, cider, whatever kind of strikes you that you might not know is in your local area. So we're seeing new people here. It's like, oh, I go to work in Santa Clarita, so we want to stop by. And like, Lancaster's not super far away. So even though we're up here, it's 30 minutes, it's still local. That's a local community, and we like to support all of our local communities. So Pocock is approaching 9 years in December, so doing pretty solid. We have our main brewery in Santa Clarita off Avenue Tibbetts with a pizza kitchen attached to it. We've also just opened up a brand new event space on that same location where we're doing live music, line dancing, karaoke, all sorts of events all throughout the weekend.
Beyond its festive atmosphere, the event serves as a vital platform for small business owners. Bravery Brewing Company's festival not only draws crowds, but also spotlights the vendors, providing them with valuable exposure and the opportunity to extend their reach beyond their local bases. The unlimited pours and commemorative glasses included with a ticket added a special touch, giving guests the chance to enjoy live music and savor delicious food from local food trucks. The annual Beer and Wine Harvest Festival is more than just a gathering. It's a celebration of community, creativity, and the passion that fuels local businesses. For all things Bravery Brewing Company, including new arrivals, events, and more, feel free to scan the QR code shown on screen.
What an awesome event that is that Bravery Brewing Company puts on, bringing together small businesses and really encouraging individuals, hey, if you have a bright idea, just go out and do it. It can be successful.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. You always want to take that leap of faith, but the cool thing is you can rely on the professionals, especially at the Beer and Harvest Festival, because they've already done it, right? And not only that, you have unlimited pours of beer, so it sounds like an all-around good time. So glad you can join us today. When we come back from the commercial break, today's episode will be concluding with a closer look as award-winning artist Wiz Khalifa headlines this year's AV Fair, along with L28 Sports as the team brings viewers highlights and close-ups of the exciting matchup between the Quartz Royals and the Palmdale Falcons.
Congratulations on joining L28's Watch Till the End Club. Up next, great vibes for AV fairgoers as Wiz Khalifa, notably known for hits including Black and Yellow and See You Again, graces the main stage for the 82nd annual AV Fair. Local student athletes shine as the team recaps the exciting matchup between the Quartz Royals and the Palmdale Falcons, brought to you by L28 Sports live coverage. On Friday, September 27th, hip-hop star Wiz Khalifa lit up the stage at the 2024 Antelope Valley Fair in Lancaster, delivering an unforgettable performance that had the crowd buzzing with excitement. The multi-platinum artist, known for his laid-back vibes and chart-topping hits, brought his signature energy to the grandstand arena, drawing fans from all over the region from the moment Khalifa stepped on stage. The atmosphere was electric as he opened his set with fan favorites like Black and Yellow and Young, Wild, and Free. The crowd roared in approval, singing along to every word as the Grammy and Golden Globe nominated artist effortlessly commanded the stage. His smooth flow and infectious beats kept the energy high throughout the night, with concertgoers dancing and vibing to his signature blend of hip-hop hits. Khalifa's performance of See You Again, one of his biggest chart-topping songs, brought an emotional moment to the set. with the audience waving their phones in the air, creating a sea of lights that illuminated the night sky. The connection between the artist and the crowd was palpable, as Khalifa's positive energy radiated throughout his performance, making the night unforgettable. Fans praised Khalifa's ability to bring both high-energy bangers and laid-back anthems to the stage, giving the audience a little bit of everything. His performance at the AV Fair was a major highlight of the 5-day event, leaving fans eager for more top-tier entertainment throughout the weekend. As one of the headliners for this year's fair, Wiz Khalifa's set truly lived up to the hype, delivering an electrifying night that will be remembered for years to come.
L28 Sports brought live coverage of the excitement of Friday Night Lights as the Quartz Hill Royals dominated the Palmdale Falcons in a thrilling 66-28 victory. The live coverage showcased Quartz Hill's standout defensive performance, bolstered by none other than senior Adonis Curry, who had an MVP-worthy game that sealed the win for the Royals. Curry wasted no time making his presence felt, returning a fumble for a touchdown on Palmdale's second play, igniting a series of defensive scores that helped the Royals jump to 21-0 lead in just 5 minutes. Not stopping there, Curry continued to shine, hauling in 2 long touchdown passes of 55 and 41 yards in the second half, showcasing his versatility and leadership on both sides of the ball. The Royals offense, led by junior quarterback Brody Larry and running back Jaden Graham, added to the dominance. Larry threw for 165 yards and 3 touchdowns, while Graham rushed for 206 yards, including a 77-yard touchdown run. Despite Palmdale's quarterback Joseph Mason throwing for 284 yards and 4 touchdowns, the Falcons couldn't keep up with Quartz Hill's firepower. After the game, we spoke with L28's player of the game, Adonis Curry, who reflected on his standout performance and shared his positive outlook for the rest of the season.
Adonis, you put points on the board, starting off with a scoop and score. You got the stand cheering loud. What did that feel like to have the adrenaline running in you?
Like, it just felt great. Like, I give props to my teammate, my rebel. My rebel, he came down and made a play. I seen the ball. I just had to go take it to the house.
You're a top 50 prospect, 4-star recruit. How do you keep yourself humble? What keeps you grounded?
I just do it for my family, do it for my mom, and then also it's good to bring light to this valley because we have some really good players out here, and just just do it for my family. Yeah. it all starts with mom, and my mom did a great job. It's doing amazing job raising me.
You're an early commit to Texas A&M. What about that coaching staff stood out to you and made you want to make them family?
Just the vibe and presence from Coach Elko, it made me really feel like home. Coach Peterson, the DB coach there, and Coach BGA, they just really made it feel like home for me and welcomed me in. And I knew as soon as I stepped on the campus, I'm I want to be here.
Adonis, congratulations on such a great high school career. Looking forward to you finishing out senior year and becoming a part of Texas A&M.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
After the win, L28 Sports also caught up with Royals head coach Russell Gordon, where he reflected on his players' performance and expressed his excitement for the season ahead. Let's head back to Nicholson Field for more.
Coming out from that controversial defeat after Highland last week, league opener, how did you keep your team motivated to get the win today at homecoming?
You know, it wasn't very tough. These kids are motivated. That loss was very tough on them. But like I told them, they need to have amnesia and move forward.
Your defense put up 21 points on the board right out of the gate, a couple scoop and scores, a pick 6. You know, defense wins championships. So can you go a little bit into detail on those plays for us?
When I took the program over, we started defense first with everything. Offense sells tickets, defense wins championships. And that's just always what I believed.
You coached at AVC, you've led your kids a little bit in their sports endeavors. Now you're coaching Quartz Hill High School that has this real nostalgia of Friday Night Lights, and you're also a grandpa. So how does it feel to be a grandpa, having your grandchild in the stands watching you on this great stomping grounds of Quartz Hill High School?
It's amazing. 22 years of my career, I've been down south. I've been at Campbell Hall, and I've been over at LaSalle. So coming home to AVC and then coming home to Quartz Hill has been nothing but amazing. I'm around my family, my kids. I feel like it's rekindled everything. So my grandkids are amazing. I'm very happy.
Coach, congratulations again on a great win, and congratulations on being a great man.
Thank you, and I want to say thank you to Marco and Sandra and your family for everything you guys do for the San Luis Valley. And we really, really say thank you.
Well, thank you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much, Coach. Congratulations.
If you missed the game, don't worry, as you can be sure to catch the next matchup on L28 Sports as we continue to bring you live coverage of the best high school football action in the Antelope Valley.
Jacobo, what an exciting way to wrap up this news segment with Wiz Khalifa at the AV Fairgrounds and our very own 4-star recruit, Adonis, in football. How fun is it to know that we have so many exciting things happening in our city of Lancaster?
It's super fun, right? Especially having Wiz Khalifa come out here to the AV for the 2024 AV Fair, and he put on such an amazing performance. I think everybody who attended and left that concert was feeling a buzz, right? And not only that, Adonis Curry, we got to give a big shout out to him because he's one of the top recruits coming out of the Antelope Valley. A shout out to Quartz football as well. So thank you, Adonis and Wiz Khalifa, for coming out to Lancaster. And thank you for tuning in to the City of Lancaster's news. I'm Jacobo Garrido.
And I'm Tiffany Glover, and this has been L28 News.